Welcome back to another episode of Security Skates. This is your host Paul, and on this episode you will get a roll around tour of Caruthers Skate Park in Bellflower, California. This is a pretty sick skate park. We're going to get started over here in this corner. You can see the bowl that they have here. It's pretty much broken down into three sections. There's the deep end, the middle section, and then we got the light end over here. Has the roll in, has some coping, pretty sweet. We are going to get a better look at that later on in the video, but right now we're going to check out this street section. Check this out here. We got this square rail, goes down, got this ledge right here. Gets pretty serious, pretty quick. A lot of fun. This is one end here. Right here we got the 4 big block with one of my favorite ledges in the park. This down ledge, I'm always good for a nose slide on one of those, but yeah, this is a 4 big block. There's the other side, goes straight out there. You can see over here, this is right across from the bowl where we got started, but over here on this side, another down ledge. We got the round rail on this end. I've actually board slid this one when I was a younger lad, but yeah, that's a lot of fun. Go straight down. We're going to go down over here onto the other side of the park. This has kind of like a bank to grind right there. A little steep. Everything in this park is a little bit steep and a little bit short. It's just a little bit funny, but it's really fun to skate. Highly recommend getting over here to check it out. The bowl is pretty sweet, and this end over here is a lot of fun to play around with. I'm going to show you why. On this end we have this little baby rail, and I am talking small. It is very small. I would say it's probably about 6 inches high, maybe 7. I'm going to show my board right there that we can get an idea of how big that one is. But yeah, it is a pretty small rail. It actually is pretty good to learn on. So if you're trying to like learn new tricks, front sides, board slides, what have you, it's a good rail to get over there. There's this little ledge right here, this rollout ledge. That's a lot of fun. It has the curved ledge over here. This is going to be the other end of the park. Again, there's that little baby ledge there. We do have this pretty decent sized rail over here, pretty standard. And it is very skatable, but this is kind of a small park, so you got to be kind of quick footed if you're trying to hit it. But yeah, you can see the size of it here. I'm going to put my board next to it. Again, pretty standard, a lot of fun. It is a square rail. See that there? If I had to guess, I would say that's maybe about 16 inches high. Over here we have that curved ledge I mentioned earlier. This part is a lot of fun. 50'd that before. Earlier in this video I had mentioned how everything was just a little bit small and steep at this park. I'm going to give you a good shot of what I meant exactly by that, but here is this serious stair set right here with a down rail. But check this out. It's just a little small, kind of squished, a little steep. But yeah, once you get there to Caruthers Skate Park and check it out, you'll see what I am talking about. But this stair set is actually pretty legit. That's like a legit handrail right there. Has this roll in right here. A lot of fun to play with. This is a kind of, I guess it would be like the little street section. Gonna go down here, show you guys the middle. Has this kink, this A-frame. Does have the ledges on both sides. It is just a little bit funny, so you're gonna have to kind of get used to it, but you can definitely get some tricks on that one and on the other side as well. Another thing that I love about Caruthers Skate Park is that once you find your flow, it is fun to just kind of keep going around the park and do some laps. I could do that stuff all day. A lot of fun to get over here and just kind of whip around the park. I'm going to take you guys over on the other side of this A-frame to show you the bank to ledge. It is again a little steep, and the ledge up at top is kind of small, but it's a lot of fun. Here's that big 4 block I was talking about earlier with my favorite ledge in the park. Here's this one that gets pretty serious, pretty quick. I'm going to put my board next to this wall here so that you guys can get a better idea of just how big this ledge is. Yeah, I mean, some people like ollieing off of stuff that's a little bit higher. That would probably be a good ledge for you. But you can see here it's just a little bit funny because it has a small part where you would get onto it, and then the drop gets pretty serious pretty quick. Here's that square rail that we were checking out in the beginning. And that is pretty much the street section of Caruthers Park. I'm going to take you guys over here by the bowl and show you this ledge that they have here. It is a pretty decent height, but definitely skatable. A lot of fun to skate, and it feels really good to be able to lock onto this thing with your nose slides and grinds and stuff like that. I know I definitely get some tricks on there. It's a little bit higher than your average curb, but definitely a lot of fun to skate. Alright, we're going to get to what some might call the main attraction of Caruthers Skate Park. Check out this rail over here. I've seen a couple of videos like on social media of people doing stuff on this rail, so It is not impossible, but I know I am not going to try anything on there. You can see it's got some corners over here. Again, it's kind of broken down into like 3 sections. It's got this deep end over here, you can see, and then it's got this middle section right here. It's kind of like rounded off. Definitely a good bowl to learn in. So if you are still getting acquainted with like pushing and pumping and hitting the corners, I would definitely recommend Caruthers Skate Park and get over here and get into this bowl. It has a small section, a middle section, and a deep section, and it doesn't get too serious, but definitely has a lot to offer here. You can have a lot of fun in this bowl. So yeah, get over here. We're going to take a roll through real quick. One of the best parts, you could just roll right into it, start hitting these curves and these corners. I know when I've been out here before, I've seen some roller skaters out here having fun in this bowl, so it's always fun to be respectful and just share the park. You know, it's here for everybody. We're all rolling, having our fun, doing our thing. Big shout out to everybody that skates at Caruthers, aka Bellflower Skate Park. This was the skate park roll around. If you dig this content, like to see more, or find out where we're doing our next skate park cleanup, you can follow us on Instagram at security_skates. If you are not doing so yet, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Security Skates Productions, so that you can see the recaps of past skate meets and skate park cleanups, getting some great work done in 2025. Security Skates Productions is a privately skater-owned, independent enterprise and skate parks advocate. You can find out more information by logging on to securityskates.com. This has been your host, Paul, signing off. Now put down your phone and go skate, y'all. Happy skateboarding.